Our main story this morning, the Prime Minister is to use a speech in Edinburgh today to launch what he calls a positive vision for the union between Scotland and the rest of the UK.
He's likely to face tough opposition, though, when he meets Scotland's First Minister, Alex Salmond, who argues that independence would improve the economic prospects of ordinary people north of the border.
Just after 7, we'll speak to a journalist who's written a biography of Alex Salmond and get his viewpoint.
Now, plans to impose penalties on students in England who pay off university loans early are now expected to be abandoned. Greece has made substantial progress in convincing Eurozone nations that it should get fresh bailout funds. That's according to the head of the Eurozone's finance minister, who says he's confident that a decision to provide the funds will be taken on Monday. Greece faces bankruptcy if it fails to secure the multi-billion euro bailout.
It'll be busy for a while, won't it?
It will be.
I like that.
Have you seen Wall-E? Isn't that what Wall-E goes out into space, clears up all the junk. Must have been Swiss. Just approaching 6:10. Chris is here. Morning.
Good morning. Should we expect?
There's concern that new European rules allowing pilots to work longer hours will increase the risk of them falling asleep in the cockpit if the rules are introduced in the UK.
Now, aviation unions are campaigning against the change, saying it endangers passengers. The Civil Aviation Authority, though, says it will standardise safety across Europe. Jenny Hill.
Now, there are a few things we love moaning about more than the weather, but believe it or not, the Culture Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, thinks it could be a selling point.
Yeah, he says Britain's weather is much better than most of us realise, and he's planning on marketing it to tourists from overseas. Do you think our infinite variety of snow, sunshine, rain and gales could be a draw? Here's a reminder of some of our more memorable weather moments.
Whether there should be independence or not. The argument is over whether there then should be a separate question, which could be what? Why do you sense that change has been made? I mean, what was the effect of not changing? Well, polls showing that the appetite for independence within Scotland is at the moment things we love moaning about more than the weather. But believe it or not, the Culture Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, thinks it could be a selling point.
Yeah, he says Britain's weather is much better than most people realise, and he's planning on marketing it to tourists from overseas. Do you think our infinite variety of snow, sunshine, rain and gales could be a draw then?
In a minute, we're going to speak to a branding expert to ask if we really can change people's opinions, and also to an American travel writer who's opted for our climate. But first, here's a reminder of some of our more memorable weather moments.